I am Martin Lindeskog, and you are listening to the Meta episode of Ego Netcast. It's July 28, 2016, and the title of this episode will be Ego Podcaster is Just Doing It. I recently reached a milestone of 500 downloads of my conversation with John Ferreira. Could this be my break after 10 years? Since I started my first podcast on solid walks in 2006 by Prodos in Australia. I will include a screen dump of the general stats from the dashboard of my AskLyceum account, and there you could see a nice trend line over a period of 3 months. Did you know that the overall median average number, you could say, download number is 173 on AskLyceum, the latest stats. I've been thinking of the future of my podcasting for some time. A direct message that I got, a question from Chris Raymer on podcasting, made my day. It gave me another sign that I'm on the right way, and if I will stick to it in the long run or for the long run. So that's what I'm doing. And just do it is Nike, the goddess of victory, and the shoe brand and others, and athletic brand Nike slogan. So just do it, and I'm doing it. I've been subscribing to Karan Herc's e-course on podcasting on podcastconsult.dk for Denmark. And there is an e-course there on podcasting. And in her second issue, she talks about what is the meaning of having a podcast and what should come out of your podcasting. Her email gave me food for thought. And here are my answers to the questions that she had in the email regarding goal, strategy, ambition, and a success factor. And I'm looking forward to your feedback and questions and so on. Continue the conversation later on. Number 1. My goal is to spread better ideas regarding new media, business philosophy, and the good life, and including tea. And excuse me there, I'll take a sip of tea here, but I will talk about more at the end. Darjeeling black tea. And number 2, the strategy is to give moral support and resources to business-minded individuals in an educational, engaging, and entertaining way. I will continue with my style, my ego style, by Martin Lindeskog. And it's with philosophy, a new media, and the good life, and in my personal way. And that characteristic through the caricature by John Cox of me holding a microphone and an old style radio. So stay tuned and keep listening. Number 3, my ambition is to give the listeners and readers food for thought and inspire them to take action and achieve their values through social media, businesses, and personal activities. So activities on these 3 areas. They should feel free to reach out to me, so please do that. And you can do that in different ways, by emailing, twittering, going to a website, etc. If you're interested in learn more about the good life, and as I said, including tea. I will take another sip here. Number 4, the success factor is to continue with solo shows that I'm doing right now, and interviews as a guide for implementing ideas into actions based on the teachings from AskLyceum, and that's my Twitter handle, Aristotle School in Athens. And I want to have this philosophical angle, personal philosophy and business philosophy, and others that have been inspired by, for example, his philosophy. For example, Will Durant. I have a quote there that I saw in a blog post recently about habits. And when I did as I am interested in doing research and finding out things, and saw that Will Durant, the philosopher, had taken the idea and the statement by Aristotle and created his own quote about habits and actions. I will create my own success by participating in the Thistle course here. Start a blog that matters, and that could be a bit funny, you could say. For me, has been blogging for 14 years, and now it's time to do something really out of it to generate money and income and different new opportunities, etc. So I'm going back to school, so to speak, by Thistle. And backstory there, that I was going through my email, and when I first almost deleted it, or then I looked at it again and saw a video and got hooked, and then I said that okay, I'm signing up for this. And I will also include a link to this course and to Thistle's site, and it will be an affiliate link so you could support my blogging and podcasting and my future ventures. And I seem to be a real good guys here, and have lots of experience in this field to build a business through a site. So, in the next solo show, I will talk about my struggles with the podcasting workflow, and I will mention guests that I have in pipeline, and ways you could support Ego Netcast. I said it in the last episode that my goal is to do it twice per month, like fortnightly, one solo show. And that takes some time to come up with ideas and so on, and I will include a sketch that I did, and then of course the interviews, but planning and research and questions and the interview, etc., and show notes and so on, and then rinse and repeat, and have that in the pipeline and as a workflow. And that, as I said, what I've been struggling during the years, but I'm not giving up. I'm just doing it. So please stay tuned and feel free to tweet me question with the hashtag AskLyceum. So if you have any questions about new media, business philosophy, and the good life, please send me a question on Twitter, AskLyceum. And here at the end, I will end. So the solo shows will be around 10-15 minutes approximately, maybe shorter sometimes. And I'm drinking to celebrate my milestone here. Excuse me. With 500 downloads with the latest conversation with John Ferreira. I'm drinking a fine tea here called Darjeeling First Flush, and it's from a place called Rice He Hat, something like that. And it's translated here, they say it's literally means home of the holy saints, and it was the tea garden was established by British planters in the mid-19th century, and it's high up there in the mountains, and organic quality and limited supply. So the first flash, that's the finest tea that you could get, you could say. If you compare it similar to Beaujolais wine in France, the first harvest. And on the package it says that it's Darjeeling, ecologic Darjeeling from 2016, Rice He Hat, SFTGFOP1, and that's standing for Special Finest Tippy Golden Flowery Orange Pico 1, and the number 1 is symbol for that it's the very finest. And when I did a search here on online, Wikipedia, about the different grades and symbols of tea, they said it's a joke here among tea aficionados, And I say that I'm a tea amateur. An amateur is the French for lovers of things. And that's FTG. FOP stands for far too good for ordinary people. And that we could have a discussion later on. What's ordinary people? I'm reaching out to thinking individuals, business-minded individuals, and enjoying the good life, including tea. So this kind of tea you would be able to get from me in the future under my brand Got Tea Party. And with that, I say cheerio and talk to you soon again. Cheers.